If you're a medical biller, you know you're way more than just a processor. You're the financial engine of patient care. But let's be real, keeping that engine running smoothly is getting tougher every single day. So in this explainer, we are going to dive into the strategies that will help you absolutely master the revenue cycle and lock down your practice's financial health.
I love this quote from a physician because it just gets to the heart of it, you know? Revenue cycle management, or RCM, isn't some separate back-office thing. It's a critical piece of the patient's entire healthcare puzzle. When you do your job well, the whole system works better, which means the practice stays healthy and can keep providing top-notch care.
So, just to make sure we're all on the same page, what exactly is RCM? Well, think of it as the entire financial journey of a patient's visit, from the moment they book an appointment to the moment that final payment is settled. It's the absolute financial backbone of any practice, making sure doctors get paid for the incredible work they do.
And the pressure is seriously on right now. Practices are facing a perfect storm. Profit margins are getting squeezed, doctors are burning out from all the administrative work, and dealing with payers is more complex than ever. Your role in making the revenue cycle run like a well-oiled machine? It's the front line of defense against all these pressures.
All right, here's a quick look at our game plan. We're going to start with the basic anatomy of the revenue cycle, then jump into 5 key strategies for success. After that, we'll look at a really cool case study about coding for brand new medicine, and we'll wrap up by talking about the future of your role, which is pretty exciting.
Okay, first things first, we have to break down the fundamentals. I mean, you have to know the rules of the game before you can win it, right? Mastering this core workflow is the absolute first step toward making it better.
And here they are, the 9 essential steps that make up that puzzle we were talking about. It all kicks off right at the front desk with super accurate patient registration and insurance verification. Then, after the actual visit, the cycle moves into your world, medical coding, billing, and submitting that claim. But it doesn't stop there, does it? The back-end work of tackling denials, sending out statements, and finally collecting the payment completes the whole loop. Every single step is a link in a chain, and if one link is weak, the whole thing suffers.
Okay, so we've covered the what. Now let's get into the how. This is where we shift from just process to actual performance. We're going to look at 5 actionable strategies that separate the good RCM teams from the truly great ones. According to the American Medical Association, these are the 5 pillars of a high-performing RCM team. It's about moving beyond just telling people what to do and explaining why it matters. It's about working together, helping patients understand their bills, embracing new tech, and, of course, being obsessed with tracking your key metrics. Just look at this slide. It shows you exactly what happens when teams don't talk to each other. So picture this. A doctor sees a patient on Thanksgiving. In a siloed practice, they might totally miss the holiday CPT code and the claim just gets processed as is. Boom, lost revenue. But in an integrated practice, you, the billing expert, have already shared that guidance. The doctor codes it right and the practice gets paid every cent it's owed. That right there is the power of collaboration. And we're not talking about small change here. The financial impact of this kind of collaboration is massive. One large health system found that just by improving the communication between their coders and doctors, they generated an extra $1 million a month. Let that sink in for a second. Your expertise in talking with clinicians literally grows the bottom line. It's huge. So how do you know if you're winning? You track the right KPIs, key performance indicators. You can't improve what you don't measure. You should be shooting for a first-pass resolution rate of 95%. That means the vast majority of your claims sail through on the first try. Same goes for coding accuracy. Aim for 95%. At the same time, you want to keep your denial volume under 10%. And here's a big one for efficiency. Make sure that charge capture lag is under 3 days. Think of these as the vital signs for your revenue cycle's health. Now for something really cool. Let's see how all these ideas apply when medicine itself takes a leap forward. RCM isn't set in stone. It has to evolve. And your role is absolutely essential in helping the healthcare system adapt to brand new, groundbreaking treatments. Here is a fascinating real-world challenge. Psychedelic-assisted therapy is emerging as this incredible new tool for mental health. But from a billing perspective, it's a total headache. How in the world do you code for these complex, multi-part sessions so that patients can actually get them covered by insurance? Well, the answer lies in these things called Category 3 CPT codes. Basically, they're temporary codes made specifically for new and emerging services just like this one. Their whole purpose is to start collecting data so providers and payers can see how these services are being used.
And here's the key. Even though these codes don't mean immediate reimbursement, they are the absolutely necessary first step on the road to getting a permanent insurance-covered code.
And creating these new codes wasn't just some random process. The team behind them followed 4 really important principles. The codes have to be accurate, they have to be simple to use, they need to make sure treatment is accessible and equitable for patients, and they have to be flexible enough to change as the science changes. It shows they're really thinking about how to do this the right way.
Okay, so what does all this mean for you and your career? It means your job is evolving in a really exciting way. The future of medical billing isn't about just processing data. It's about you becoming an indispensable strategic partner on the healthcare team.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. What about AI and automation? Are they here to take my job? No way. They're here to make your job better. Think of them as your new assistant. By taking over the repetitive, boring stuff like data entry and claim scrubbing, these tools free you up to focus on the high-value work that really needs a human brain, like complex denials, analyzing trends, and working with clinicians.
And this isn't some sci-fi future. It's happening right now. Just look at what some of the leading software providers are already doing. Practice Suite is using AI for denial intelligence. athenahealth has AI-powered automations for claims. CareCloud is even using AI to help improve clinical documentation from the get-go. These tools are designed to make you a superstar.
You see, as medicine gets more complicated, your role actually becomes more valuable. You're the expert navigator. You're the one who guides your practice through new treatments, who deciphers those crazy, ever-changing payer rules, and who provides the financial insights that the leadership team desperately needs. Your expertise is absolutely essential. So that brings us to our final thought. As technology takes care of the routine stuff, the opportunity for you to create real value is just limitless. So I'm going to leave you with this question to think about. How will you use your expertise to solve the next big challenge? Because your future isn't about processing claims. It's about shaping the entire financial foundation of healthcare.